Hello everybody and welcome to the second part of me feeding my entire collection. Basically this part is gonna include me feeding the rest of the slings I have. You saw that I moved some of them before. I moved a lot of Poecilotherias before, and after this tray I will also feed the rest of the Poecilotheria juveniles. Hopefully this will be a good video, but no promises because a lot of the slings won't eat on camera, so I'll probably just present you what I have and try to feed them, I guess. So let's start. Okay, so let's start with the Montensis slings. Hopefully they don't run away. You can see, wait, oh, wow, I'm actually impressed. It is a very small Diamontensis sling. I got at Terra Plaza in December, like a month ago, so I got 3 of them. We shall see if all 3 will eat. But good start to the video, I guess. I'll try to feed it with a little hand because otherwise it's impossible. Okay, this one won't eat. Second one. Oh, Diamontesis. I forgot the common name is Brazilian jewel. Dwarf Brazilian jewel or something like that. Let's move on to the third one. Okay, so I looked it up. It's Poecilotheria diamontensis. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Slowest takedown ever. Here we go. Yes, there we go. Nice. That's a sick footage, actually. That's a sick footage. That's a sick footage. Here we go. An actual takedown from a tiny sling. So as I said, I got them in December. They're about L4. I counted the molds they were with the enclosure, but there they are. Moving on to the next ones. Okay, so up next is Bumba Horrida, ex Bumba Cabocla, but as you can see in that thing there is actually a molt. So this guy won't be eating, but I have 4 of them, so hopefully we'll see them more. But this is it for this one, I guess. Unfortunately, I won't be able to film this one because it's behind. You can see the tunnel down at the bottom. I just poured some water in, so I can't water them any way different. But here, as I have my finger, there's the little bugger. Oh no, there it is. There it is. Wait, just a second. There it is. Very pre-mold. But just to compare, this is my thumb. It's very small. It's smaller than an inch. It's about half an inch. So just a size comparison for you guys. But moving on to the next one. Okay, the next guy is also very tiny. You can see a red head, which is their species thing, I guess. They have red heads, but that's it pretty much. Next and last one. Last one is also very pre-molt, so we'll just skip to the next one. Okay, so here are the next 4 ones. I can't feed them all, so I'll just tell you what they are. This is Hapalopus species Guerilla, a really nice looking dwarf species, and all of these 3 are Lieronognathus genis posatoi, Asian burrower slash fossorial spider. So I can't show you them because they're in their holes, just like that one. So just moving on to the next one. Okay, so next up are Tliltocatl scoleri. I was searching for this species for a very long time, and again I bought it at Terra Plaza about a month ago. Hopefully this guy will actually just eat. Let's see, they are very skittish, so no clue. There we go. The other one is in a hole down there, so we won't get any footage from that guy, but let's see. If you're wondering what I feed them, I feed them half a mealworm depending on their size. If they're very big, I feed them a whole mealworm every week or 2 weeks. It depends on how much pre-molt they are. But I guess this guy won't eat. It's generic Brachypelma sling, so there's no characteristic differences. but they turn out very nice when they get bigger. So moving on to the next species. Okay, so next up are Pterinochinus murinus, tan color form, and there is one that just molted. He doesn't like the light, so he just, you can see the legs are still see-through, so it's not a good time to move it at all. I just took the molt out, so there should be no things interrupting him. There's the, oh, there's the one, and two are in holes, which is just pointless to show you. So I have four of them. I bought them in summer this year, so they're about half a year old. They're very small still. So moving on to the next one. So my goal for 2022 was to get some Sofusca Highlands, to get some rare species like Vittata scuderi, and to get this thing, which is Cyriopagapus lividus. I still have one more, which I rehoused in the last video, which is slightly bigger. It's like a year older, but these guys are very small, and again, you can't see them, so no point in filming. So just showing you them off. I have them in all the standard enclosure, which allows borrowers to dig, and they should suffice for about 6 months or a year, and then I move them on to bigger enclosures. So let's move on to the next borrower. Okay, so next up are Orphanicus species Quazon Blue. Didn't know anything about them. Again, I got them in the summer. They are Fossorial species slash terrestrial, not too big. They grow up to 13 centimeters. Don't know that in inches, but around that size. They're slightly bluish. In the last video you saw me rehouse some Orphanicus species Philippinus, which are bright orange, and I also have Orphanicus species Blue Panay female, which I'll show you in some next videos. But this is it pretty much. You can't really see anything, not really. So moving on to the next species. Okay, so the next species are quite special. I already fed this one, which is Dolicetele exilis. There it is. Again, a rare species. I think it's a semi-dwarf, so I don't know much about it actually, but I got it at a fair last year in October. So it's very small. It's in that hole that is covered by the worm, so you can't see much. And there is, oh, it molted actually, which is a nice sight. There's the molt. I'll show you the tarantula just in a second. Okay, so there's the little bugger. It's very small and it molted very recently. Oh, there's a nice shot of it actually. So there we go. You can't guess it. It's some Pseudomopeus species. If you're an expert, you can tell that, but there's no reason to know what it is actually, which is Pseudomopeus victoriae, a very rare species in my case, a kind of expensive one, and it actually almost completes my Pseudomopeus species list. I have every single one of them in females. I have all of them, like Cambridgei, Pulcher, Ecclesiasticus, Langer Brucelli, Reduncans, Pulcher, Irminia, and I'm missing Emeraldus, but I have Victoria now. Hopefully it will be a female, but yeah, kind of exciting species. Also picked up in December. So moving on to next ones. Okay, so I just missed it. Well, no, she doesn't like the light at all. There is Poecilotheria subfuscus Highland form. I had four of them. If you remember, if you watched my channel way back when I uploaded, I had 3 slings and all of them were males. So I got really unlucky with those. Also Vittatas, but we'll talk about that when I get to poke enclosures. You can see them right there. And this one actually took down mealworm. They took a whole mealworm now without the problem, so I feed them every week or 2 weeks. Again, it depends on the size of the food. And this one is also eating it, as you can see. Very nice takedowns. So this is it for the sling platter. Moving on to Poecilotheria juveniles. Hopefully they will also eat like these lovely ladies, right? Okay, and last 6 of the tarantulas are Poecilotheria juveniles. I mentioned before. You saw all of them before, which I moved them, but these are the ones that were already in these boxes, and I didn't move. So this is Poecilotheria sumica 1. Of course it will eat. Look at it. It's such a hungry tarantula. We'll give it more, don't worry. I think 3 will be enough, but... Oh, Jesus. Quick tarantula. Come on. I got them as a sling about 2 years ago. 1.5 years. I moved them very quickly from the plastic smoothie cups you saw me rehouse tarantulas before into this one. And they've been in this for at least 6 months. So, come on. There we go. Look at a very nice shot of them. You can see their eyes are almost as they are sleepy or something. They're very droopy eyes, like googly eyes. Okay, the second one, which I guess don't want to eat. This is a classic Poecilotheria behavior. Refusing to eat, just turns around and don't do anything. Oh, wait. Wait. If it bolts out, I'll cry. Come on. It will eat. It will eat. They're so slow, man. I've been waiting for 30 seconds for her to just take it down. Hopefully it's a her. I don't have no clue because they've been chewing up their molds like for the last 3 or 4 times. So no clue what they actually are. But hopefully at least one is a female, so it will just move into the bigger box enclosure. I don't know. This is just... Come on. What is this? This is just... What is this? Look at it. What are you doing? Eat the mealworm. It's very gorgeous looking tarantula, I must say. It looks slightly different than the regalis juveniles I had. Okay, it doesn't want to... Okay, we'll just move on to the third one, I guess. Okay, the third Hanumovila sumica. Oh my god, that's a nice shot. Right there, wait. Crazy. Caught it in the air. Nice. It's even doing a happy dance, so let's go. I mean, I don't know what this is scientifically called, but I think it's just placing down a mat so it can eat the food it took down later. I think that's the whole scientific reason behind it. But here it is, the third one. Very nice looking one. As I said, like in the past video, pokies are very chill, if not spooked, with water and I guess lighting, but it doesn't affect them now because they're so hungry, I guess, even though their abdomens are very nice and large. So moving on to the last 3 tarantulas in the video. Okay, so next up are Poecilotheria vittatas. If you watched me previously before, you probably remember I had 2 slings like for ages and ages. Basically all the slings matured and they were both males. One matured in 2 years, maybe even shorter probably, and the second one was still very small and didn't want to eat a lot, so it matured slowly, and after 2.5 years it then became a male. So it's just boring and if you can see, this is just a mold, so we'll save that to sex it later. But there's a freshly molted Poecilotheria vittata, ghost ornamental. So Haunumvelsumica's common name is rushworm ornamental. So moving on to the last vittata, because I skipped one which was just behind the cork bark and didn't want to eat. So last one, I guess. Okay, so the last one also won't eat. It's in pre-molt and also acting very weirdly. So I actually put this Vittata in ICU because I saw her legs curled up behind her. I don't know, is it pre-molt or is it dehydrated, no clue. This is a very bad end to the video, but you can see it, she's lethargic, like the box is open and she can't climb up. So I'm actually very upset about this. Just put her in ICU. I won't feed her, but basically they have the same enclosures as previous rehouses I did of the Pokies, which were Miranda, Formosa, Tigrinese. Oh, I actually forgot, I still have 3 more to feed, so I'll skip to that one. I will update you on this poor old Vittata later. And the last tarantula species I actually almost forgot to show you is someone who's very remote, Poecilotheria striatus. This one won't eat, so I'll just move on to the next one. Okay, so the second one is also not interested, and it also made a nice webbing which kind of shelter him from the outside. She's just there chilling. So again, pre-molt. I had experience with striatas which just bolted anything disturbed their enclosure, so they are definitely pre-molt for sure. And that is gonna be it for this week's video, so guys. It was a lot of fun, and hopefully I got some very nice footage of the tarantulas and you were able to see all of them. I also have one Poecilotheria subfusca juvenile still in the cup, which I didn't move because it's in heavy pre-molt, so I don't want to disturb it. This is gonna be it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe for more, and I will see you in part 3 of collection tour or something else I come up with, I guess. Have a nice weekend and goodbye.